How are we doing, guys? Welcome to another All Leeds TV pub quiz, live pub quiz. I apologise for being a little bit late, keeping you waiting there, guys. But thanks so much again for joining us for another All Leeds TV pub quiz. Once again, the idea, as always, let us know in the comments down below where you're watching from, what you're drinking, if you're playing with anyone while we're, if you're taking anyone on this quiz, and please let us know if there's any problems with sound. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry, getting 2 feet here. What's going on here? 1 second, guys. Sorry about this. Yeah, guys, let us know if there's any problems with sound. We're getting quite a bit of feedback here, but if there's any problems with sound, please do let me know. But guys, got a couple of people joining us already. So got Nathan Brown joining us. Says, "Hi Oscar, first week 14 out of 33. Last week I improved with 17 out of 30. It will be interesting to see how I do this week. We'll see if you can improve on that this week, Nathan." Alison and Marty Adams, I think, have joined us on the first two as well. They're watching on the daily walk while they're they're on the daily walk and they're listening to the quiz as they go along. Absolutely top class support off Alison and Marty. Rich Bedford again, joining us again. Sonny Lee joining us again. Barker's the mate from the channel joining us again. Good to see Barker's back again. Sonny Lee's joined us, and Rich Bedford, as I've already mentioned, is joining us too. But guys, let us know what you're drinking. I'm back on the Kronenbourg. That was what I was on the first week, I think. Guys, let us know what you're drinking, and we'll get on with this quiz anyway. And if anyone wants to let us know in the comments as we go along. But as I go through the questions, please, guys, I think I've mentioned it on the first 2 weeks especially, please don't say the answers in the chat because it will give it away for everyone else. If you do know it, fantastic stuff, but pen and paper at the ready. Let's go on to question one of the quiz. So, guys, if I can get you 1 second, guys. So, question one. So, we're going to have 3 rounds again, 3 different rounds. One is specifically on Leeds this season. The second round is on the Championship as a whole this season. And the third round is on Leeds specifically. I've had a few requests for this. Leeds' Champions League campaign of 2000 to 2001, where we made the semi-finals, as you will all know, guys. It's a pretty special season, so we're doing specific questions based on this season, based on that season, in fact. So it's definitely going to suit the older Leeds fans, or anyone kind of my age and above. It probably will suit more this week. But to be fair, we did do the last one on Leeds' last promotion campaign. So any requests for the specific rounds you want me to ask questions on, let us know in the comments, guys, or on the live chat, guys. So let's get on to round one. Question one of round one. Which club did Marcelo Bielsa manage between 2011 and 2013? So question one of round one. Which club did Marcelo Bielsa manage between 2011 and 2013? That is question one of round one. Okay, so question two. So question one, just to recap, which club did Marcelo Bielsa manage between 2011 and 2013? That is question one of the quiz. Okay, question two. Which club did Leeds sign Liam Cooper from in August 2014? Which club did Leeds sign Liam Cooper from in August 2014? So that is question two of the quiz. Which club did Leeds sign Liam Cooper from? But let us know, guys, if you're taking part, let us know in the live chat. I will give you a shout out as we go along. Let us know, guys. Quite a few of you joined us tonight, which is always good to see. Top class support once again, guys. And as I said, we'll try and get as much content out for you as we can. So let's go on to question three. Okay, as we all know, Leeds beat Hull recently 4-0. Tyler Roberts scored 2 goals. But who assisted Tyler Roberts' second goal and Leeds' 4th goal in that game? So which player in Leeds' 4-0 win over Hull 2 months ago actually now, assisted Leeds' 4th goal and Tyler Roberts' second goal in that game? Who assisted that goal? So that is question 3 of round 1. So question 4. Which current player is Marcelo Bielsa talking about with this quote? Okay, so the quote specifically. When he has played, he is always between the better players of the team. He has a very difficult feature to get. Okay, which player is Marcelo Bielsa talking about there? I'll say the quiz again because I stumbled a little bit as I was talking about it. Here is the quote again. So which player, current player from Leeds, is Marcelo Bielsa talking about? I'll be impressed if anyone gets this. When he has played, he's always between the better players of the team. He has a very difficult feature to get. Okay, so that's question 4 of round 1. Which player, current player, is Marcelo Bielsa talking about there? And for Adam 476, no, it is not Thomas Brolin. That is definitely not Thomas Brolin. Yeah, definitely not Thomas Brolin on that one. Okay, question 5. Who has scored more goals for Leeds this season in the league? Luke Ayling or Helder Costa? Who has scored more goals in the league for Leeds this season? Luke Ayling or Helder Costa? Okay, so that is question number 5 of round 1. Who has scored more goals in the league this season? Luke Ayling or Helder Costa? Okay. Question number 6. Leeds beat Barnsley 2-0 in September, as we'll all hopefully remember. Which substitute scored and won a penalty for Leeds in that game? Okay, so Leeds beat Barnsley 2-0 in September, as I'm sure you'll all remember. But which substitute came on and scored and won a penalty for the second goal in that game for Leeds? Which substitute came on, scored and won a penalty in that game? So that's question number 6 of round 1. Okay, so question number 7. Okay, Leeds' game after that was Derby. Leeds drew with Derby 1-1 in September. Which player missed a penalty for Leeds in that game? I'm sure you'll get this one, guys. I'll be disappointed if you don't get this one, to be honest, guys. But which Leeds player missed a penalty in that game when Leeds drew 1-1 with Derby in September? So that is question number 7 of round 1. Which player missed a penalty for Leeds in their 1-1 draw with Derby in September of last year? Okay, so question number 8. Who was the first team to beat Leeds in the league this season? Who was the first team to beat Leeds in the league this season? I know, as Marcus has just said, it's quite a bad mood to this, isn't it? I think I was in a pretty bad mood. I wrote this. It's quite a negative one this week, isn't it, guys? I apologise for that. So I've gone for who missed a penalty for us and who beat us first in the league. Quite a negative one, isn't it, guys? I do apologise for that. It's probably should have been a bit more positive when I was writing the questions. But yeah, who was the first team to beat Leeds in the league this season? Okay, so that is question number 8 of round 1. So question number 9. Which of these players has not scored against Leeds this season? Semi Ajayi, Jude Bellingham or Ben Watson? Which of those players has not scored against Leeds this season at some point? And that is question number 9 of round 1. Okay, so which player has not scored against Leeds this season? Semi Ajayi, Jude Bellingham or Ben Watson? Okay, so that's question 9 of round 1. Okay, so question number 10, the last question of round 1. How many times have Leeds lost at home this season? And can you name the teams to have beaten them? So a point for every team you can name that's beaten them this season, as well as a point if you get the correct amount of times Leeds have lost at home this season. Again, quite a negative one, isn't it? Quite a negative quiz, this, isn't it, to be fair? Negative questions. I do apologise for that, guys. It's quite rightly being pointed out. But how many times have Leeds lost at home this season in the league? And can you name the teams to have beaten them for an extra points? Okay, so that is the end of round 1, guys. The end of round 1, Leeds in 2019-20, round 1 complete. So I'm just going to see who's joined us since we did our last shout-outs. Barkers, as I said, just joined us. He got 17 in the first week, 21 in the last week, and he's going to improve this week as well. Confident he's going to improve this week too. James Obi, again, someone else I know very well off the channel. If you watch Tash and Jack's vlogs, James is he's got a season ticket right next to him. Top fella is James. Met him quite a lot of games. Top fella. Good to see you taking part, mate. Zero, aka Fill the Pipe, is having the cuppa. Bargus hasn't got a drink. Alison and Marty Adams have got a water. Rich Bedford's on the pop. fair play this one. But the Dan Dodd 1982. I'm having a drink every time you say guys. Already smashed. Yeah, fair point. To be fair, yeah, that's a fair point. Paul Mortimer again has joined us once again. Salmon's number one has joined us too. Adam 476 I've already mentioned. Andrew Fusco joined us as well. And I think that's all the shout outs as well. Tim's has joined us too. Colin Anderson's joined. Mike Hunt and Funny TV, who still believes Leeds to go up. And I think we all do. I think we all still have that belief we're going to go up. As long as the season's not voided, we've got to have that belief that we can do it this season. So, guys, let's get on to round two. And let us know, guys, was that too difficult a round? Too easy a round? Let us know as we go along, guys. Are the questions too difficult? And what you think of them anyway. So, as Barker says, take a shot when he says, to be fair, you'll need a liver transplant. So every time I say to be fair, yeah, yeah, that's a fair point as well. Okay, so round two, without further ado. So this is specifically on the Championship now, this season. Okay, what percentage of Brentford's goals this season have the following players scored? Watkins and Benrahma. What percentage of all their goals? Hang on, let me restart. I'm going to restart that question. I've written it terribly. I've worded it terribly on the sheet anyway. So, what percentage of Brentford's goals have been scored by Ollie Watkins, Brian Mbuemo and Said Benrahma combined? Is it 62%, 72% or 82%? So Brentford's front three, Watkins, Benrahma and Mbuemo, what percentage have they scored of Brentford's league goals this season? Is it 62%, 72% or 82% from those players? And that's question one of round two. Okay, so question number two of round two. Which team has scored the lowest amount of goals in the Championship this season? So which team has scored the lowest amount of goals in the Championship this season? Okay, so question number three. Which team has the lowest possession count so far this season? Cardiff, Millwall or Hull? Which of those three teams has the lowest possession count so far this season? And that's according to whoscored.com, by the way. So which team has got the lowest possession count this season of those three teams? Cardiff, Millwall or Hull? Who has the lowest possession count of those three teams? And that is question three of round two. Oh, actually, you know what? I've just realised I've just been done in there. I've just realised I've been done in there by one of the thingy names. It's up there, Joe Wayman's from about a year ago. Yeah, I've been done in there. If you're watching this afterwards when I'm not live, go back 2 minutes when I'm just shouting through the names and see if you spot it. But I've been done that in there. Whatever. I might as well just say it anyway. But anyway, Mike Hunt has just done me in there. Just if it wasn't for Barker's mentioned it in the chat, I would not have noticed that. But yeah, to be fair, he's done me in there. It is schoolboy from me. I've been caught in there. Fair play. I've been caught out there. Right. So question number four. Barnsley changed the manager early in the season, but who was Barnsley's manager at the start of the season? I've been so dull in that. It's good to be fair. It's a good one. That I'm trying to remember what Joe Wayman was doing with on a live video. It's the risk of a live video. To be fair, if you do a live video and you're doing shout outs, you're just asking for it anyway. Yeah, that's the risk you take with live streams anyway. But it's all good, guys. It's all good fun anyway. So question number four. Barnsley changed their manager early in the season, but who was Barnsley's manager at the start of the season? They sacked him in October, but who was Barnsley's manager at the start of the season? Okay, so question number five. Which team am I? I'm the third highest scorers in the Championship so far this season, but I've also conceded the joint third most goals in the league this season? Which team am I? So I'm the third highest scorers in the Championship so far this season, but I've also conceded the joint third most goals in the Championship this season. Which team am I? Okay, so that is question number 5. Okay, so question number 6. Who has won the fewest games in the Championship this season? So who has won the fewest games in the Championship this season? Okay, that is question number 6 of round 2. Okay, so question number 7. Okay, how many clubs has Gary Monk managed? Sorry, hang on, that wrong as well. Okay, how many clubs has Gary Monk managed Leeds, we all know. But how many other clubs in the Championship has he managed? How many other clubs in the Championship has he managed? And for an extra point, can you name each club he has managed in the Championship? So how many clubs other than Leeds has Gary Monk managed in the Championship? And can you name each club Gary Monk has managed in the Championship as well? So 5 points available there for that one. So I think we're just giving a bit of it away there. But anyway, guys, can you name the clubs he manages? So that is the end of round 2. And I made a bit of a mess of that last question. But there we go, guys. Can you get that one? Which other clubs has Gary Monk managed in the Championship and how many has he managed? Okay, so guys, I'm just going to go through who has joined us since round 1. So I've made the schoolboy error there. Been caught out of a name, but it's all good, guys, isn't it? Okay, so and Mike, shall we say, has replied as well, asking for another shout out. To be fair, I've not been caught out that badly. You'll probably be able to see, guys, in the chat. You're trying to do me in there, aren't you? So yeah, Tim's is also joined as well. Much appreciated, giving us our stream a quick shout out as well. And Barker's on question number 7. Just to clarify as well, Gary Monk has managed 4. Sorry, keep getting it away. Okay, which other clubs has Gary Monk managed in the Championship, including current clubs, and how many has he managed in that time? So that is question number 7 of round 2. So that's the end of round 2. Let's get on to round 3. So round 3 is specifically based on Leeds' 2000-2001 Champions League campaign. Okay, guys, specifically based on Leeds' 2000-2001 Champions League campaign. As Lee Wakefield says, I'm having a mare. The third rounds come at a good time. The breaks come at a good time. So Leeds' 2000-2001 Champions League campaign. As we all know, we made the semi-finals. It was a special time. It was an unreal time growing up being a Leeds fan. I had a lot of requests for this one. So round 3, let's get on to it as well. Okay, so question number 1. During the 2000-2001 Champions League campaign, who was Leeds' top scorer during that campaign? Was it Lee Bowyer or Alan Smith? Okay, who was Leeds' top scorer during the 2000-2001 Champions League campaign? Was it Lee Bowyer or Alan Smith? Which of those two players was it? Now, I think a lot of you and I myself would have thought Mark Viduka, but it was one of those two players, Lee Bowyer or Alan Smith. Who was Leeds' top scorer during that campaign? Okay, guys, I see quite a lot of you joined us since. Absolutely top class support, guys. Can't thank you enough, guys. But yeah, if you just joined us, this is the All Leeds TV pub quiz. We're on to round 3, and that is the question number 1. So question number 2. Okay, so question number 2. Who started the most games of Leeds' Champions League campaign of 2000-2001? Quick clue, it was the defender. So who started the most games of Leeds' Champions League campaign from 2000 to 2001? And a quick clue, it was a defender. So who started the most games of Leeds' Champions League campaign that season, 2000 to 2001? And a quick clue, it was a defender. So that is question number 2 of round 3. Question number 3. Leeds, as we all know, were knocked out 3-0 by Valencia in the semi-finals and started with a back 4 of Danny Mills, Rio Ferdinand, Space and Ian Hart. Who is the missing player? Quick clue, it was a centre-back alongside Rio Ferdinand. So Leeds were beaten 3-0 in the second leg of the semi-final by Valencia and started with a back four of Danny Mills, Rio Ferdinand, space, Ian Hart. Who is the missing player from that sequence? And the points available for if you get that one. Quick clue, it was a centre-back. So that is question number 3. Who is the missing player from that sequence, from the back four that started in the Champions League 3-0 defeat by Valencia in the second leg? Danny Mills, Rio Ferdinand, space, Ian Hart. Who is the missing player from that? Okay, so question number 4. Who took the corner that led to Dominic Matteo's opener at the San Siro? That famous goal. Scored nothing great goal at the San Siro. Who took the corner leading to that goal? Who took the corner leading to Dom Matteo's opener against AC Milan at the San Siro in the 1-1 draw? Okay, so that is question number 4. Question number 5. Who did Leeds beat in the quarter-finals of the 2000-2001 Champions League campaign? Who did Leeds beat in the quarter-finals of the 2000-2001 Champions League campaign? Now, guys, I will be disappointed if you don't get that one, guys. That one is that is almost 3 points, guys. You've got to get that one, guys. Come on, that one especially. Who did Leeds beat in the quarter-finals to set up the tie with Valencia? Who did they beat in the quarter-finals of that campaign? 2000, 2001. Who did they beat in the quarter-finals? Okay, question number 6. During this time of 2000, 2001, which team was Marcelo Bielsa managing at the time? So during 2000, 2001, which team was Marcelo Bielsa managing during this time? Where was he manager at during this time? Okay, so during that campaign, 2000, 2001, which team was Marcelo Bielsa managing during that time? Okay, so question number 7, the final question of the quiz. And the final question of round 3. Okay, Leeds beat AC Milan en route to the semi-finals, but what was the score from their game at Ellen Road? So they drew 1-1 at the San Siro, but what was the score from Leeds' game against AC Milan at Ellen Road? What was the score in that game? Okay, and that's the final question of round 3. So, guys, that is the end of this week's quiz. I'm going to go through the answers to the questions in a moment. I'm just going to see if anyone else has joined us. So Nicola Hunt has joined us as well. I wanted a quick shout out for Terry Matt and Ryan Horsfield as well. And no problem at all. Quick shout out to those two, Terry Matt and Ryan Horsfield. I don't think anyone new has joined us. Leeds 2005 has joined us as well, guys. So I'm going to go through the answers to this week's quiz. As Marcus reckons he's done awful in that round. It was quite a tough round, as he says, slightly before my time. It was before anyone's time. I do apologise. We've gone for a bit of a, it's probably more aimed at kind of my age and above this week. But guys, if you've got any requests for this week's round, let us know, guys. So let's go on to the answers to this week's quiz. So question number 1 of the quiz. Which team did Marcelo Bielsa manage between 2011 and 2013? Which team did he manage? And the answer to that one is Atletico Bilbao. That was who he managed between 2011 and 2013. That is the answer to question 1 of round 1. Atletico Bilbao. Okay, guys, let us know if you got that one right. Okay, so question number 2. Which team did Liam Cooper sign for Leeds from in August 2014? The answer to that one is Chesterfield. Chesterfield was the team Liam Cooper signed from for Leeds. So that is the answer to question number 2 of round 1. Question number 3. Okay, so question number 3. Leeds beat Hull 4-0 in February 2020, as we all know. 2 months ago, Leeds beat Hull 4-0. I'm trying to remember the question now. Who assisted Leeds' 4th goal and Tyler Roberts' 2nd goal in that game? And the answer to that one was Matthias Klick. It was a fantastic assist as well, guys. I will be disappointed if you didn't get that one right, but it was Matthias Klick who assisted the 4th goal in that game. So that is the answer to question number 3 of round 1. Question number 4. Okay, so question number 4. Which player am I? So Marcelo Bielsa, quick quote here. Which player is he talking about? When he has played, he is always between the better players of the team. He has a very difficult feature to get. Which player is Marcelo Bielsa talking about there? I'll be very impressed if anyone's got this right, but he's actually talking about Adam Forshaw there. So the answer to question number 4 is Adam Forshaw. That was the quote who Marcelo Bielsa was talking about. The player was Adam Forshaw, who he was talking about there. So question number 4 of round 1 was Adam Forshaw. Let us know in the chat if any of you got that one right. Be very, very impressed. I saw a couple of answers saying, was it Click? Was it Harrison? And you must think it was one of those two players, but slightly less knowing, Adam Forshaw was the answer to question number 4. Question number 5. Who has scored more goals for Leeds this season in the league? Luke Ayling or Helder Costa? Who has scored more goals for Leeds in the league this season? Luke Ayling or Helder Costa? And the answer we're after there was Luke Ayling. It's not much in it, but Luke Ayling unbelievably has scored more goals from Helder Costa in the league this season. Luke Ayling has 4 to Helder Costa's 3. So question number 5, the answer after there was Luke Ayling. So let us know how you're getting on so far. Paul Mortimer is saying he's having a mare at the moment. See if you can pull it round as we go further into the quiz. Only 5 out of the first 30 points gone so far, so still 25 points to fight for there, Paul. So that is question number 5 anyway. It was Luke Ayling we were after. Okay, so question number 6. Leeds beat Barnsley 2-0 in September. Which substitute scored and won a penalty to seal the 3 points late on in that game? Let us know in the chat if any of you got this one. But the answer we were looking for there was Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah was the answer after on question number 6. So of course, his loan spell was called off early. As we all know, guys, as gutting as it was, but Eddie Nketiah is the answer to question number 6. So far, Alison and Marty Adams are on 4 points. Barker's is on 4 out of 5. Rich Bedford's on 4 out of 5. Very impressive start, guys. Colin Anderson looks like he's made a good start as well. Good start for him too, by the looks of things. Nicola Hunt's on 3 out of 5. Good start all round, guys. Anyway, so question number 7. Who missed a penalty in Leeds' 1-1 draw with Derby earlier on in the season? Guys, it was a painful memory, but who missed a penalty? I'm sure you'll have got this one, but the answer to this one was Matthias Click. Matthias Click missed the penalty in that game, and that was the answer we were after on question number 7. Matthias Click. So, question number 8. Sorry, I'm having real issues with my headphones there staying in. Who was the first team to beat Leeds in the league this season? Who was the first team to beat Leeds in the league this season? The answer we're after on that one was Swansea City. Swansea City, as we all remember, were the first team to beat Leeds at home this season. As you all can remember as well, they made an absolute massive scene about it. They went top of the table after it, but Swansea were the first team to beat Leeds in late August this season. Okay, question number 9. Which of these players has not scored against Leeds this season? Semi Ajayi, Jude Bellingham or Ben Watson? Which of those players has not scored against Leeds this season? Let us know if you got this one in the comments down below, guys, or on the live chat. The answer to this one was Ben Watson. So Semi Ajayi scored away against us for West Brom. Lovely finish, to be fair, as well. And Jude Bellingham also scored for Birmingham against us. So the answer we're after on question number 9 was Ben Watson, the only player who hasn't scored against us this season out of those 3 players. So that was question number 9. Question number 10, which we made an absolute mess of asking the question, but there are quite a few points available for this one. Okay, so Gary Monk managed Leeds, as we all know. How many other clubs has he managed? Current Championship clubs has he managed? And can you name the clubs he has managed? So the first answer was 4 different clubs he's managed other than Leeds. And the different clubs he's managed are Swansea, Middlesbrough, Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday. So 5 points available, guys. 1 point if you get the correct amount of clubs, and a point for each club you get as well that he's managed. So that is question number 10. So the first bit we were after was 4, and then Middlesbrough, Swansea, Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday. That was what we were after on question number 10. So, round number 2, guys. So, let's just see how everyone's getting on. So, 7 so far for Alison and Marty Adams, who I think are probably our current leaders, I think. Leeds United are on 3. Rich Bedford is on 4. And to apologise for that, guys, I did tell that one horrifically. I did make a bit of a mess out of asking that Gary Monk question. And yeah, so it was Gary Monk. How many different championship clubs has he managed other than Leeds? In fact, actually, I see what you mean, guys. I see what I've done now. Apologies, guys. I see what I've actually done now. Can't believe what I've done now, actually. Sorry about that, guys. I was... what a horrendous... Right, ignore what I've just said about Gary Monk. Ignore what I've just said about Gary Monk. I'm an absolute shocker there. I blame it on Gary Monk, to be honest. I don't know why I used a Gary Monk question at all. But anyway, guys, so question number 10. Sorry about this, guys. I apologise. How many times have Leeds lost at home this season? And can you name all the teams that have beaten them? So the first bit of the question, it's 3 different teams that have beaten Leeds at home this season. And the teams that have beaten them are Swansea, as I've just mentioned, Sheffield Wednesday, and Wigan. So 3 home defeats for Leeds. I apologise for that, guys. I do apologise for that. That was a horrendous error. I blame it on too many Cronenborgs. I apologise, guys. Anyway, so that was question number 10. How many times have Leeds lost at home this season? The first bit of the question was 3, and you can have a point for each team you get. So 4 points available for that one. So it's Swansea, Sheffield Wednesday, and Wigan. Apologies for that one, guys. I've had an absolute Western super there anyway, guys. So that was the end of round 1. Let us know how you're getting on so far, guys. Thanks very much for letting us know in the comments there, Barkers. I also had an absolute nightmare there. But it makes the stream more interesting, doesn't it, when I'm there? So there we go, guys. So round number 2. What percentage of Brentford's goals this season have been scored by Watkins plus Mbuemo plus Benrahma? So that trio, Brentford's front 3, what percentage of Brentford's goals have they scored this season? Was it 62%, 72%, or 82%? Let us know if you got this one right, guys. But just to go back onto the live chat, James Obi's on 10, Rich Bedford's on 14, Colin on 7. So was it 62%, 72%, or 82%? I can tell you the answer to question number 1 was 72%. So that front 3 scores 72% of Brentford's goals this season. Not calling they're not a one-man team, but you know what I mean. Very reliant on that front 3. 72% of Brentford's goals this season have been scored by that front 3. And what front 3 it is, to say, being impartial, it's a quite amazing front 3, to be fair. Okay. Which team has scored the lowest amount of goals in the Championship this season? Question number 2, and the answer after there was Middlesbrough with 37 goals. Just 37 goals from Jonathan Woodgate's Middlesbrough. But question number 2 was Middlesbrough have scored the lowest amount of goals in the Championship this season. Okay, so that's round 2. Okay, so question number 3. Which team has the lowest possession count so far this season? Cardiff, Millwall, or Hull? Which team has the lowest possession count so far this season? Well, what I can tell you, guys, is those 3 are the bottom 3. But the team with the lowest possession count this season so far is Cardiff City. Cardiff City, the lowest possession count. No surprises with Neil Warnock and Neil Harris as the managers, but Cardiff City have the lowest possession counts in the league this season, below 43%. Okay, so question number 4. Barnsley changed their manager early in the season, but who was Barnsley's manager at the start of the season, who was sacked in October of 2019? And the answer to that one is Daniel Stendel, who went to Hearts as the season's gone on, has actually become Hearts manager as well. So Daniel Stendel was the answer to question number 4. Daniel Stendel. Okay, so question number 5. Which team am I? I'm the 3rd highest scorers in the league so far this season, but I've also conceded the joint 3rd most goals in the league. And the answer after on that one was Queen's Park Rangers. They are the 3rd highest goal scorers and conceded the joint 3rd most goals in the league so far this season. Queen's Park Rangers was who we were after on question number 5. Okay, so question number 6. Who has won the fewest games in the Championship this season? And the answer to that one was Barnsley once again. Barnsley won just 9 games this season, but Barnsley was the answer after on question number 6. So, guys, I made this quite a tough one this week, to be fair. Okay. And as you know, question number 7, that famous question number 7 that I've just made an absolute mess of. So Gary Monk's managed Leeds, but how many other Championship clubs has he managed? And can you name each of the clubs he's managed? So 5 points available for this one. How many clubs has he managed? It's 4 different Championship clubs he's managed. Is 4, and it's Birmingham, Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday, and Swansea. So 5 points available for this one so far. But I think everyone's got a point so far in this round. Rich Bedford's got 1 right. Barks was on 1 right, but yeah. I think maybe I've made this one a bit too difficult, guys. So I do apologise for that one. So, guys, let us know in the comments if you are taking part and how you're getting on so far with the quiz. Let us know, guys. So a bit of a more difficult round, that one. But, yeah, 5 points available for that last question anyway, guys. So, to go on to round number 3. Colin Anderson's done the best by far with 3 out of 7. Fair play to Colin. James Obi, actually, has done the best so far in that round. He's got 7. And Paul Brace has got 17 in total so far. It's a ridiculous score, ridiculously high score so far. Superb so far, Paul Brace. Alison and Marty Adams on 15. As Paul Mortimer says, Sue Barker is quaking in her boots. I don't think so, somehow, to be honest, Paul, especially after I made the mess of that Gary Monk question. I blame it on Gary Monk, to be fair. Anyway, guys, so round number 3. Round number 3, Leeds' 2000-2001 Champions League campaign. Okay, so who was Leeds' top scorer during this campaign? Was it Lee Bowyer or Alan Smith? Who was Leeds' top scorer during that campaign? 2000-2001 Champions League, who was the top scorer? And the answer to that one was Alan Smith. Just about Alan Smith with 7 goals in 16 games of that campaign. So question number 1 was Alan Smith, who we were after on that one. And Leeds United has got it right anyway in this chat. So Leeds United on 10, Boggs on 16. A couple of people have got that one right anyway, guys. But yeah, I think we'd have all thought it was be Mark Paducah, but Alan Smith was the answer we were after on that one, guys. Okay, so question number 2. Who started the most games of Leeds' Champions League campaign? And the quick clue, it was the defender. So guys, be impressed that you got this one, but it was our set-piece specialist himself, Ian Hart, who started 17 out of Leeds' 18 Champions League games that campaign. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. But 17 games he started, and Ian Hart was the answer we were after on question number 2. Rich Bedford's got it right. And yeah, guys, be very impressed if you got that one right anyway, guys. So, question number 3. Leeds were knocked out 3-0 by Valencia and started with a back 4 of Danny Mills, Rio Ferdinand, Space, and Ian Hart. Who is the missing player from that sequence? And the answer to that one is none other than Dominic Matteo is the missing player from that sequence, who started alongside Rio Ferdinand in that game. So Dominic Matteo is the missing player in that sequence. Dominic Matteo is the answer to question number 3. So quite a lot of you got that one right. Fair play, guys. Well done, guys. So question number 4. Who took the corner that led to Dominic Matteo's opener at the San Siro? So, guys, the answer to that one is Lee Bowyer took the corner that led to Dominic Matteo's opener against AC Milan at the San Siro. Very impressive you got that one, guys. Of course, that goal is more known for Dominic Matteo's bullet header, but who took the corner? The answer to that one was Lee Bowyer, question number 4. But Paul Mortimer is on absolute fire in this quiz, on this round especially. It's on 3 out of 3 so far. But yeah, I would have thought Ian Hart as well, to be fair, Rich Bedford, but it was Lee Bowyer who took it from the right-hand side, brilliantly swung in delivery. But yeah, Lee Bowyer was the answer to question number 4. Question number 5. Who did Leeds beat in the quarterfinals? Now, guys, I'm sure you've got this one, but anyway, it was Deportivo La Coruña. So we won 3-0 in the first leg, lost 2-0 in the second leg, but Deportivo La Coruña was who we beat in the quarterfinals. That was who we were after on question number 5. Okay, question number 6. Who was Marcelo Bielsa managing during this time? During 2000-2001, who was Marcelo Bielsa managing? but he was right in the middle of his Argentina managerial career. He was managing the Argentinian national team. Let us know if you got that one right, guys. Argentina is the answer after on question number 6. Okay, question number 7. Leeds beat AC Milan en route to the semi-finals, but what was the score from their game at Ellen Road? Now, this one I'd expect you to get, guys, but it was a 1-0 win for Leeds. So it was Leeds 1, AC Milan 0 was the score at Ellen Road, and was the answer after on question number 7 was 1-0. And guys, if you remember, Dido made an absolute, I don't know who scored it, 1-0 Leeds was the answer after on question number 7. And that, guys, is the end of this week's quiz. Let us know how you've got on, guys. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to let us know in the comments and on the chat down below. I can't thank you guys enough for joining us. It looks like Paul Morton has had an absolutely fantastic round there. I think he's got at least 6 out of 7. Yeah, very good, guys. James got 21 points. Leeds United's got 14 points. Barker's got 5 out of 7 on that round. Very impressive stuff. A lot of you got that one right. As everyone says, it was a howler by the keeper. It's Paul Brace. I think it's currently our highest scorer so far on 23 points. Rich Bedford on 20. Absolutely brilliant scores, guys. Let us know if there's anything you want on the specialist round next week. Anything, guys. Doesn't even have to be Leeds questions. Let us know in the comments. Let us know on Twitter. However you want, let us know what specific rounds you want next week. I had a couple of requests for that one, so I thought I'd put that into this week's quiz. Paul Mortimer got 15. He didn't get many in the first round, but he pulled it back round. As I said, he would, to be fair. Got 15 as well. Yo-Yo said, really appreciate you keeping things going, Oscar. Absolutely no problem, guys. As a group, we've been trying to produce as much content as we can, guys. If you haven't done already, make sure you check out Connor's live stream of Football Manager, if you haven't done already, up to episode 4 of that one. Tash and Jack's new series of Leeds Around the World. I had a couple of really interesting interviews so far on that one. Make sure you check that out if you haven't done already. Joe's done a recent upload as well on what's going to happen with the football season in line with the recent announcements of by the Football League. Make sure you check that one out as well, guys. Just read a couple more of your comments. Robbie Giles thinks the highest so far on 26 points. I had a request for Leeds in the 90s from Rich Bedford. Absolutely no problem. Leeds in the FA Cup as well. Okay, can do that as well, guys. Thanks for your requests. Make sure you keep them in. Arnold Leeds United says too, stay safe, protect the NHS, and follow the guidelines. Stay safe, guys. Make sure you keep doing what we need to do. I apologise, I made a bit of a mess of the quiz this week, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, guys, despite my mistakes. But I hope that's probably made it more entertaining as well. It always is more entertaining when I make a mess of things. Hope you've enjoyed it anyway, guys. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm going to leave it there, guys, and make sure you watch out for our next couple of videos, which are coming out in the next couple of days, guys. So I'm going to leave it there anyway. I've been Oscar Marriott. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.